Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is the First Inning Podcast. I'm the BX Bomber along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, BX Bomber. Everything is going good. I'm up in New Jersey now, and I really enjoy going to the games with you. And I'm kind of tired today because I made three straight Yankee games over the weekend against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Wow. Yeah, man. Tell me about the trip, man.
Okay, well, the trip was really good coming up from West Virginia. It was fairly uneventful. It's long and
Yeah,
tiring.
I can understand that.
But I come up on the Amtrak, and then coming into New York City each day was pretty tiring. Came in on the bus and took the subways up to the Bronx, and I met up with you guys, and we had great seats for Friday night, where you came down and were sitting in the main level with me, and the Yankees had a strong 11-0 victory on Friday, with Tanaka doing a great job. But the next two games, the Yankees came up short, losing one run games in each of the games, 8-7 and 3-2, and they were tough losses. So they lost 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays. But always good seeing you and Giselle. And even though it's tiring, I love to get to Yankee Stadium. And I have one more visit there this coming Wednesday against the Red Sox.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can give the Red Sox some bad luck.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm gonna come with all my voodoo on them days and drop it off on the Red Sox.
Yeah, I would say so. The Yankees have been somewhat mediocre recently. Have been playing 500 or a little bit under. And the game on Sunday was, they kind of slept walk through that game. They scored 2 runs in the first inning, and then were really held down quite a bit throughout the rest of that game. And Betances blew it in the 8th inning, allowing 2 runs to score, and the Blue Jays took a 3-2 lead. And then the Blue Jays brought in Ken Giles to shut the Yankees down for the 9th inning. And so it was a tough weekend for the Yankees, losing 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays, and they're off today.
Yeah, I believe they were practicing over there.
Oh, okay.
But I'm kind of really disgusted with Aaron Boone right now. And I'm going to tell you why. He's going to say in the statement that it's never too late. It's not even close to too late. Aaron Boone. How do you feel about that statement?
Well, I would say now with just 14 games left in the season, that they're not going to be able to win the division. That's for sure at this point in time. But I think they have a lock on the wild card, and what they have to do is they have to hold off the Oakland Athletics for the number 1 wild card position at this point in time, and have the home game at Yankee Stadium. But there is precedent for this before, where teams have finished poorly at the end of the season and then came alive in the playoffs. For example, in the year 2000, the Yankees had a terrible end of the season and ended up with only 87 wins. But then in the playoffs, they knocked off the 116-win Seattle Mariners in the playoffs and ended up beating the Mets in the World Series this year. And that was after they finished up very poorly at the end of the season.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, man. But those teams, I feel like, had kind of fight to them, though. You know, they had a no quit attitude, and these Yankees, I feel like they quit already. I don't feel like they fighting. I really don't see it.
It's like this. You're never as bad as you look when you're losing, and never as good as you are when you win. Good as you look when you're winning either. And right now, they've just been in a bit of a malaise. And baseball is an everyday sport, and things can change around. And they're coming up with a tough series against the Red Sox. So we just have to wait and see and play it by ear and see how they do.
No, you're right, but meaning in fight, what I mean in fight is they don't even take pitches into full counts they don't even bring the pitcher's pitching count up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like they just 1, 2, 3 strike you out, like, you know, and
They've
it's
been
over.
striking out a lot recently. They've really been striking out a lot.
I mean, the foul tip. You remember the foul tip? They used to foul tip it all the time. Bam, foul tip it. Foul tip it. Okay, I ain't get it, but I foul tipped it. I foul tipped it. But they can't do that.
Yeah, they've looked they did score 11 runs on Friday and looked very strong, and scored 7 runs on Saturday and looked very strong. But Sunday's game, they were sleepwalking through it, and they have not been hitting with runners in scoring position. For example, on Sunday they had the tying run on third base and ended up with a strikeout to end that inning. And that's how it ended there. So many times they have not been hitting well with runners in scoring position in less than 2 out. And this game does have a lot of strikeouts in the lineup. And with Giancarlo Stanton, and they do have a lot of strikeouts in the lineup, no doubt about it.
No, I mean there are a lot of strikeouts and everything, but you don't even see guys hitting line drives down the foul line even. You know?
I've seen a couple games where they hit well. For example, the games against the Minnesota Twins. That one game, they did square up some balls, but the Minnesota Twins played amazing defense in that game, and they just outplayed the Yankees. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, where they've just been somewhat of a mediocre team recently, and that's the way it's been. But as I said, teams have finished up poorly in the past and did well in October.
No, you're absolutely right. But a lot of these pitchers that they were facing that did well against them were mediocre in the first place. You know what I mean?
They made them look like Chris Sale or something.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you, man, in MLB The Show, I like to make it as real as possible. And, I like to hit against those pitchers,
Right.
And they're easy, man. Matter of fact, Severino, man, I could rock him on the Hall of Fame level. That's how easy it is, because they pitch. Look, in MLB The Show, they have it so realistic that they have the same numbers as they do in the season right now. Whatever they have, or whatever attributes they have it in the game right now.
Wow.
in real time, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah, and there was a challenge 2 weeks ago. Severino and this guy from Chris Davis from Oakland.
The A's. Oh, from the A's, yeah. He's really good.
Right. It was with him, and you had to use Chris Davis against Severino. And let me tell you, I don't know what Severino's doing, but you can see the ball clearly come out of his hands. Because when they set up at the mound, right? They have the ball in their glove, right?
Yeah.
When he goes to pitch and lift up his leg, he brings the ball down past his butt, and you can see the ball. And then you can trail it all the way, and you bang it for a home run, line drive, whatever you want.
You get a good view of it.
He's not hiding the ball. And you know what? I forgot who spoke to him on that in the beginning. And last year, somebody told him that, and he worked on it over the winter. And I don't know if anybody's catching that.
He might have fallen back into bad habits, and he's not being deceptive.
Right,
and
right.
If he's losing movement on the pitches as well,
right.
These major league hitters can turn around a 97, 98 mile per hour fastball if they see it well.
Right, and let me tell you, these MLB players, they know what kind of pitch you're pitching just by the way you're breathing, moving, because they follow the videotape of you,
Oh yeah.
And they see repetitively how you pitch a certain pitch, you know what I mean? And they can detect that right away, And if you're letting it be shown that easy, so they're catching it. You know?
Yes, they have all kinds of scouting reports, and he's not being deceptive, and he might have fallen back into some bad habits.
Let me tell you, CC Sabathia, he could fool you in the game. He fools me all the time. You know? He tries to throw a fastball, then it's a cutter, and then it's a slider that swoops down on you, and then strike three. You know? Or something like that.
Exactly.
And Sonny Gray in the game, man, he's like batting practice, man.
Wow.
It's like a batting practice guy that they have.
Holy cow.
It's like the ball boy pitching, basically, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
that game is so realistic, man. It's you know what? Even I don't know if you know this, Roger. They have that game in the
Hold on just a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm doing my podcast. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed, but they have the game in the clubhouse, and that's how they practice. Did you know that on the game?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I heard CC Sabathia practices pitching and trying to get guys out in the game.
Yes, exactly. And they have all kinds of scouting reports, and they look at film, they look at video, and they really keep track of a lot of things.
You know, but to me, it's like the numbers don't really mean much if the guy can hit it or not. You know what I mean? If you know this guy can hit, he's gonna hit it. But if you don't know if this guy can hit, he's not gonna hit it. You know,
right.
Depending on the situation where it is, you don't want a guy coming bottom of the ninth and the guy can't hit the ball. You know.
No.
So
no, exactly. And it's been mediocre, but hopefully this series against the Boston Red Sox, they'll have a little bit of bite in them and have a good show. And then their homestand will end, and hard to believe that it's been 6 months already for the season, and we'll be heading into the playoffs, heading into October.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it either. I mean, listen, the Yankees are still gonna get in the playoffs. They have no doubt to get in the playoffs. They have to go because they have no choice now. But the point is, okay, if we win the one game, right? We win the one game, we go on. Are we gonna get embarrassed against Boston? Only
time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell, man, because I hope not, man. That'll be devastating, man. And you know what? Magic happens and we can beat them, Just But the Yankees just have to show up, man, and play, man. That's the only thing, man.
Exactly. Yesterday, I was sitting down outside of Yankee Stadium before I went to the subway, and I was sitting next to a person who's a local up there that had the Yankee jersey on, and I said, yeah, the Yankees have been mediocre lately, and she said, no, you're being very kind, actually, you're being kind. But, she was saying that it seems like they've been having late nights or something like that, and that they haven't been really up to snuff.
Well, and a lot of games, they don't get a hit to the sixth inning. It's been like every other day. Yeah, it's been like every other day. A pitcher's pitching a no-hitter.
Yeah, that's been a major pattern, and they're not all Justin Verlander either. Some of these are just average pitchers, but the Yankees have been making them look like Cy Young. A lot of these different pitchers that they've been facing, and it just seems like they've been in a bit of a malaise, and they do have 91 wins now, and I don't know if they'll get to 100 or not with the 6 games left against Boston and 4 against Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay has been playing really well. Tampa Bay has 82 wins now and have been surprising. If they were in the National League East, they'd be right in the pennant race with the Braves right now. And no one's talking about the Rays, and the Rays have been really good.
Yeah, they're kind of like in a rebuilding mode,
Right. And
But
they've
they're
been,
like what? They're like almost 30 games behind too with Baltimore and them. I think they're
well,
like
no,
25
the
games.
Rays are 82 and 66.
So what? I know they're like in what, third place? I know they're
They're in
behind
third
us,
place.
right?
Yeah, they're in third place, about 10 games behind the Yankees right now.
Ah.
So they've really been playing quite well. They just took out the Oakland A's 2 out of 3. The Rays just took out the Oakland A's 2 out of 3, and the Rays have been playing very, very well, surprisingly well. And no one is talking about them because they're in a division with the Yankees and the Red Sox. But their record is really good enough that they were in the American League Central. They be right there with the Cleveland Indians right now. They have 82 wins.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, even though your season is over, you still have to play great for your baseball card numbers. And so the numbers for your contract can go up as well. Instead of getting a few 100,000, you get a few million, you know?
Yeah, definitely sounds good to me.
Gotta get your numbers up. Yeah, man.
Right, and they're playing on pride, and they're playing because that's their job. You know, the job in baseball is to do the best that you can and play. And many of these teams that are out of it are playing tough against contenders because that's what they're expected to do. They're expected to play hard, tough. And many of the teams that are out of it now are what they call spoilers.
Yeah.
That are just trying to play very tough against contending teams.
Yeah, and that's what you need too, man. And that helps. And that truly helps other teams too, you know, get back into places, you know?
Exactly.
It surely does.
And but the playoffs will be exciting, and we'll be doing podcasts from the playoffs, and that'll be really good as well. And I want to thank you again for getting me involved and having me as your interviewee for your podcast. This is really enjoyable to do.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I enjoy doing it with you. Talking baseball is great, you know?
Exactly. And it was really fun being with you guys over the weekend, and that was great. That couple that were sitting next to me gave me the tickets to get you down for the final 4 innings of the game. So that was wonderful to be down on the main level. And also the second day, that was nice too. Even being all the way at the top of Yankee Stadium is fun too, because there's not really a bad seat in Yankee Stadium, really. They're all very good seats.
Well, that's true, unless you're sitting in the bleachers.
Yeah. Even the bleachers, I don't mind the bleachers either.
Well, it's gonna hurt your ass when you're sitting there for 8 innings. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I know. For those with sensitive butts, they just have to bring some padding.
Oh yeah.
Bring some padding to sit down on.
Double it. Make sure.
Woo. Exactly. But I'm afraid I want to call this a little bit of a shorter podcast today because I'm going to go in and visit with my friends that I'm staying with. And we'll do another one right after the Boston series.
Cool, man. So the podcast will be up, so they can check it out if they like. You know?
Yes, excellent.
And you can replay it with them, what we just did, and stuff like that.
Excellent.
So man, it's definitely been another wonderful podcast, and I guess we'll call it a night. You want to say anything before you go, or that's it?
Oh, I'll say what I always say, that I always enjoy doing these with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday for the Boston game.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna hang out with you for a little while before you go in there. Actually, let me see if I could try to get a ticket.
Wow, that would be cool. I'm not exactly sure where my seat is on this one. I have to pick up my ticket at the game because it was sent in the mail, and the mail never delivered it. So I have the credit card that I used to buy it and my ID, and I have to pick it up. At the will call window, and the seat number is the order form. So I'm not exactly sure where it is. So otherwise, I would tell you where.
Well, I'll tell you. I could tell you what section. How much did you pay for it?
Oh boy, I don't even remember right now. I think it was. I don't even remember. I'll have to let you know tomorrow.
Okay, no worries. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely check you out before you go in though.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So I always enjoy doing these podcasts, and we'll do the next one after the Boston series.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. So have a great night, and I'll check in with you later.
Okay, take care.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
I'm holding on.
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, sure was, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. I figured we might as well get one in while things were quiet, and there were no kids around today, so things were quiet, and I figured I would get one in. My voice sounds a little tired tonight, doesn't it? A little bit, but
No, it's all right.
But I'll rest up for tomorrow too, and be in on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll give you a call tomorrow when you get home from work and check in with you and say hello, okay?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll probably be home by 5 o'clock somewhere like around there. I'll get home after that.
Okay, so take care, Frank, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Absolutely, man. I'll talk to you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Aren't you the boss?
Good. Let go. No, let go. Okay, let go. I'm not ready. She's not ready. There's no time for her, please. Stop it. Put your feet down. Right back.
What's wrong, Billy? Don't you know how to ride a bike? Yesterday, I'm just showing him how to teach a kid.
Okay, I'm dragging my feet because I have a brain injury. Why are you dragging yours again? Because I don't want her to get hurt. She's not the worst thing in the world, and she's actually starting to be cautious. She used to climb bookcases and jump off the swing sets, and now she's trying to protect herself. Well, what kind of life is she going to have if she's scared of everything? A life where I don't have to worry about her. I get it. So you're the one that's brave. Dangerous out there. There's so much weird stuff going on in the world, and I want her to be safe. I guess we can wait a couple weeks if she wants to. Lily? Lily? Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Oh, everything's going to be okay. Miss Tweedale, fourth grade, Mr. Cleansack, Mr. Lundgren, I'm back. Oh my goodness, that call. You never know when you're going to need a little extra help. The award-winning 2018 movie Arnold with automatic emergency braking and a standard on the 2018 Ultima and available on the 2018 Sentra. Sign and drive with 2018 Nissan Sentra.
Under the spell of city night, why the fuck are you watching?
I'm Antonio Delgado, and I approve this message because it's about time we have affordable health care. John Faso, his party, Washington Republicans will take protection.
Fuck you think he's talking to, nigga?
Did you know John Faso signed the Washington Republican flag would pave the way for an age tax? We can do better. It is time that we have affordable and accessible health care for everybody. To say Toyota raises the standard. That's why regulation system and labor market every single mile standard at no extra cost. To get simpler features on a Grand Cherokee, Jeep charges over $12,000. It should work when you go. Test it, trust it. Toyota. Lease a new 2018 Highlander for just $259 a month, or get $1,000 cash back on the Highlander. Find your Toyota at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go business. You never know when you're going to need a little extra help. The award-winning 2018 Nissan Altima with automatic emergency braking and a standard on the 2018 Altima and available on the 2018 Sentra. Sign and drive with 2018 Nissan Sentra. On the next Modern Family, when there's a way.
Yep, it's a little cheap beer. Someone's amplifying.
The kids will play.
Get around. Everyone just be cool.
On the next Modern Family.
Angie, thank you so much for meeting me. This is my wedding prayer.
Hi. My husband, honest and racist.
I love black women.
Maybe a little too much.
So I told her that you were white, which is the only reason I didn't want you living across the street. I didn't want her to find out I was lying.
Is that true? Yes. Well, I am relieved. Although it is a little offensive to be reduced to a title.
Of course, I'm sorry. Hey, babe. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just a big misunderstanding. This is Phil. And his wife is Claire. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, apology accepted.
In 1969, the filmmaker was ready to unlimited access
Who needs to die with chocolate?
to the most infamous cult in history.
Feels good to be ready to face death. I love it.
Inside the massive cult, the Lost Tapes. Tonight on Fox. And Kia living the you as you live. From the rugged homemade drilling tube to the stylish music festival Hollywood. To the adventures of Private View. To the earth loving just driving to pick up some grandkids. Whoever you are, we are 10-year 100,000-mile warranty at Kia. America's best value. Right now, get 3,000 customer cash on purchase of select The first one is called the Track. Great for when you move in together. That's the Chevy Cross. Perfect. When you have your first kid. There's a thought. Okay, this is what your house. For when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, 1 cat. 5? Courage qualified competitive lessees can get this 2019 Chevy Traverse for around $349 a month. See you.
Download FanDuel Sportsbook and experience sports betting with lightning fast payouts. Sign up now and we'll double your first deposit up to $100.
Welcome, guys. You're going to love the neighborhood. It's totally wired for Fios.
That's a thing.
Good. Fiber optics can move crazy amounts of data at even crazier speeds. And Fios is 100% fiber optic network. So you can stream, game, and watch 4K shows all at once. It's right about that. See, we're going to have so much fun here.
100% fiber optic network. 100% phenomenal. Get the fastest speeds available for the best price with the Fios Gigabit connection.
I would have backed him anyway. Give a chance to cool down.
Current non-GM owners and lessees get this low mileage lease on the 2018 Cadillac CT6 for around $479 per month. Viewer discretion is advised.
Daddy like Charlie. Sure, deserves to have a daddy like Charlie.
Charles Manson, if he could, would be a rock star. And until his death in 2017, the most notorious prison inmate in America.
Now, it's the only thing that's real.
Manson was the leader of a cult called the Family. They murdered 9 people, including movie actress Sharon Tate, in the summer of 1969.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Just one of the murder.
The murder sent shockwaves through Hollywood.
No one was safe.
Entertainers out there hiring bodyguards, but the fear of God. The court argued that Manson had brainwashed his followers and programmed them to kill.
They had no idea that where Manson was leading them was mayhem and murder.
But could one man have this much power? And if so, how? For the first time, we can see how. Shortly after his arrest, Manson gave a group of young filmmakers, led by Robert Hendrickson, exclusive access inside his cult.
Meanwhile, take 2, roll 53.
Buried hidden away for decades, the original footage has now been found. More than 100 hours of film, with reels of unheard audio.
We've seen Charlie do things that no human being has ever done.
And dozens of unseen photographs.
No, we've seen miracles.
This is dynamite information to have. Where's it now these years, all this stuff? Today, former cult members can see themselves as they once were.
I don't know her. I never met her. Anybody watching this would think I was a monster.
Never before seen interviews give us a first-hand view of the programming process. I am Charlie. And long forgotten finds shocking revelations about how Manson's followers lived, loved, and ultimately they returned from regular peace-loving kids to brutal and brainwashed killers.
I didn't want to believe the things I heard.
I'm ready to die.
I didn't want to believe the things I saw.
Like, what?
In the hills above Hollywood, California, lives a small band of young men and women, about 2 dozen in all. They share a love of music and each other. They call themselves the family. Roll 1, 3, 6. All we ever did amounted to smoking grass and taking acid and making love as much as we could. If we weren't doing that, we were just leading up to it. If we weren't leading up to it, we were doing that. The group's leader is a career criminal with a rap sheet containing multiple offenses, from forgery to armed robbery. 32-year-old Charles Manson. Manson never knew his father. His mother was a petty thief who was in and out of jail. And Manson followed in her footsteps. His latest sentence, a 7-year stretch for forgery and breaking parole. He's released on March 21st, 1967. He heads to California and the summer of love.
My name's Peter Coyote. I'm the last ancient hippie, and I was a serious player in the counterculture. It was wonderful to wake up in the morning. You could get food, friendship, whatever you needed. People of like minds got together and they formed extended families.
My name is Isa Aquarian. There was a lot of talk about going to the summer of love, and we did love each other in those days. We believed in peace and love, that things actually could get better. Charlie saw you can move and saw the power behind the young people. Could see a huge revolution starting, and there really is a revolution.
Coming back for you motherfuckers.
Charlie wanted to take this power and turn it into his own.
Shoot all you motherfuckers now. Yeah. Bunch of fucking monkey looking gorilla motherfuckers.
For him, recruiting followers was creating the family that he never had.
Guitar in hand, Manson sets up his street corners and starts playing. Gradually, he attracts followers. In the late 60s, music
I can't believe that shit, man. That's how they treat people. Life would have been different, probably. Who knows? But I'm happy where I am now. Scumbags. But I hope their life is fucked up.
The counterculture was this idea that young people had been led astray. What did it mean to be a human being in a capitalistic society? Young people had been fed a myth about American exceptionalism and American democracy that was untrue.
And Manson knew just how to get the kids to listen.
My name is John Douglas. I'm with the FBI former criminal profiling, developed criminal profiling, and I interviewed Charles Manson as part of the Serial Murder Research Project. When Charles was in prison, he was fascinated by the pimps, because these pimps didn't look anything extraordinary. So how are you able to, master, have this control, over others? These pimps told them where to find these girls. They look like a broken wing. Broken wing meaning that something was wrong. There was this rejection. So Manson had the ability to approach these so-called broken wings and talk to them.
My name is Diane Lake. I was one of the first and the youngest member of the Manson family. I was 14 when I met Charlie. He expressed his love and adoration for me. It was a high, it was magic, it was incredible, joy. My mom and dad were the hugging variety. They really weren't. And I think that I needed to feel that. As long as you Charlie invited me to be a part of their family. It was what I was looking for.
By the spring of 1968, Manson has gathered half a dozen girls. The lost tapes show how he uses them to lure men. Action. What did you do?
Paul Watkins.
How did you get in?
How did I get into the family? I was walking through Topanga Canyon and it was starting to get dark. I needed a place to sleep. I was supposed to a house and put it in the woods. No came to the door. What is it? One of the prettiest girls I've ever seen.
I go into the door, and it's Paul.
Big papa, marijuana smoke hit me in the face. That's
Charlie, I want you to read.
there was a big There was a big room, had mattresses all over it, and a little table in the middle. Charlie, he was playing the guitar. He laid all his girls out in front of me and says, they're yours. What are you going to do with them? And I was flattered.
And had sex with him.
I agreed that was stealing because he said he needs some he was all alone with them, and he couldn't handle them all by his own. He couldn't keep them satisfied. Charlie said that the family was my family forever.
The lost tapes show how Manson broke down the family members' inhibitions and used sex not just to seduce, but also to control them.
He all had to go through life and life was moving. Mom died, and you don't walk around special things by doing everything that you could possibly think of doing with guys. And all the girls had to do everything they could possibly think of doing with girls.
He would have them talk while he's having sex. Was there anything sexually that went on that you feel disgraced by or embarrassed by? By doing it, they just felt better about themselves, although he had found all the intelligence information on them, and then would know what kind of buttons to push.
Manson's technique is finding the thing each of his followers really feels they need and giving it to them.
He'd mirror people. He did that the very first day with me. He just mirrored me. And he told me, you're me. So it made me feel that this was just meant to be. And he made me feel important. People would say, well, how come you didn't leave? I stayed with Charlie because Charlie captured my heart. And like heroin addict, the first time I take heroin, I was addicted to that initial feeling of love and adoration and acceptance. That again and again.
As he gathers his followers around him, Manson pursues an idea first remembering his years in prison, a career in music. He sends his girls out into the streets, hoping to meet people with connections to the business.
On some level, Manson's entrance into the LA music scene is rooted in a chance encounter. Two women in the family happen to meet at dance. Was one of the central figures of rock music in Los Angeles in the late 1960s.
Wilson takes the girls home, and shortly afterwards, Manson phones.
How did you meet Charlie Manson?
I was at Dennis Wilson's house. Just found me at that time because I never seen a place like that for like a fairy tale.
And Charlie comes dancing out loud. I said, wow. There's no way to put it. Dennis Wilson falls in love with Charles Manson and falls in love with the women.
With Charlie and Dennis, I think that there was a mutual admiration going on between them. They were both wild, liked women, liked music. Dennis was very much impressed with the fact that Charlie could get his girls participate. The idea